Hi, everybody. That looks better.
Your shield. And maybe I'm supposed to jump down here.
Hi, Pinebrook Homestead. How are you doing? Nice to see you on my live stream this evening. That's good to hear. I gonna do. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. How have you been? Things been going okay for you? Oh, where are you from? Oh, wow. Yeah. You guys are getting. Oh, over by Houston? Andrew, can you go get me a hand towel, please? What? Oh, really? Corpus Christi, Houston area, or further north? Yeah, you get timed out for a second, huh? Yeah, it happens. You guys are getting snow, or rain, and we are going to be getting snow this weekend. Like, not just a little bit. They're expecting for us to get 6 inches of snow this weekend. 6.
Where's my phone? It's actually 5.
Yeah, so we're preparing for a nice winter storm. And it was 60 degrees yesterday. Well, the day before. It was like 50 something yesterday. Yeah, so we're having fun with that whole situation. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to, because we lived here since March, and I don't know what exact condition the furnace is in. It heats the house up nice, but tomorrow I'm gonna take the blower off, get it cleaned up, and everything like that. So I'm gonna have fun tomorrow with that. So, I'm going to do a pretty easy breakfast for dinner. We're going to see how we like this. I'm going to be making pancake muffins, and it's going to be chocolate chip pancake muffins. First time I've ever done it, and what I do with my recipes, if you haven't been on my live streams before, I do a quick Google search of whatever I want to make, and whatever pops up first on the list. If I read it and I don't have, say, buttermilk, like this recipe calls for, or a lot of the first recipe called for, I scroll down until I have all the ingredients for what I want to make.
That was my
And it's pretty simple: flour, baking powder, salt, butter, milk. They ask, they want you to put a little bit of maple syrup in it, and chocolate chips. Toss it in the oven, and you're good to go. First thing I want to do is, yeah, that's what my live streams are actually about. That's what I really enjoy doing on my live streams. And that is showing people what. Yeah, I am too. But I like to show people what something may turn out to be if they want to make it. And a lot of people just do Google searches, so that's what I do. And I don't have some big recipe book passed down from ancient forefathers of yore, and no. I do basic Google searches because that's what we have, and these days, and that's what I do. I don't like necessarily going on Facebook and seeing all of those recipes that that look so good, but you don't have all the stuff, because it calls for scallops and it calls for green onions and scallions. Actually, that's a thought, but it's not practical these days. And I'll tell you why. Because of these. Nobody wants to read one of these anymore, a recipe card. Nobody wants to. So, the future is these. So that's what I am taking advantage of. And our son, he lives on it. So he's never going to end up cooking anyway. So I'm not too worried about it. He's just not that kind of kid, not that type of person. He likes to cook. If I'm cooking, a whole bunch of stuff. Like I did a whole bunch of cookies for Christmas, and there was certain cookies that I had to get mailed out and stuff to a buyer of cookies. See what this has turned into? People buy my cookies. But yeah. So I had to do it the right way. I had to do it in a way that I knew they were going to turn out really good and everything. And my son, I like to give him when he very rarely wants to. When he very rarely wants to cook or help me cook, it's so that he can have some of it after he eats it. Otherwise, he's going to be like, well, I helped you make it. Can I have some? And that's the fun part of it, but... yeah. Want to get me some coffee real quick? I have been so busy with so many different things the past. That is true. You always say, carry a spoon with you when you're cooking. Taste every sauce, every soup, everything. Every piece of bacon. Every piece of bacon. Yeah, bacon. And just so you know, my lovely wife Ashley is on. So say hi, sweetheart. She's just sitting there. She's feeling kind of blah. The weather's been kicking everybody's butts here, and okay, so I'll get started on this. I'm going to end up using the last bit of flour I have.
Do you have any pancake mix?
I'm going to do these with the way this recipe is. Pancakes don't rise like muffins do, so. Okay, so that's the last of my flour. Tablespoon of baking powder. Baking powder is something everybody should have. So, I have some. Tablespoon, really? Guess they want to rise a lot. Tablespoon of baking powder. I don't put a tablespoon of baking powder into a cup of flour very often. That's what I wrote down. That's what it called for. Tablespoon of butter. Oh, that's gonna. Oh, and I go to Aldi's for my butter. It's like $2.50 for a pound. It's crazy cheap there.
It was $1.99 on sale.
Yeah, but when I got it last time, it was up to $2.50. That's their high price. Considering it's $4 or $5 everywhere else. Oh, you don't have an Aldi down there? Wow. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Oh, quarter teaspoon of salt.
Was the gate? He was sleeping.
Thank you. I don't even want to play this. Just pause it.
Okay, there's that bowl. Other bowl.
Oh wow, they live out in the country part of everything.
Oh. Yeah, they do. Okay. Oh wow, that is really far away. Really far away.
Are they close to Corpus Christi?
I don't know.
I know where Corpus Christi, Houston, and Alice is. I don't know that much of. Don't remember much more of that. So there are a lot of country.
Yeah, Corpus is right on the beach.
Yeah, it's right on the coast.
When I cook bacon, A lot of people think bacon's real simple to cook. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I cut my pound of bacon in half, and I toss half of it in a pot at a time. There's times that I'll bake it, but it's not all that often. When I put it in a when you put it in a skillet, it cooks in the fat, and when it cooks in the fat, it gives it all that flavor of that fat. When you cook it in the oven, or toaster oven, or whatever, all that fat is draining off, and you just get the dry meat. If you're doing it for like BLTs, or you're gonna, you're cooking it and then gonna chop it up, that's gonna be fine, because you want that dry, just the muscle of the bacon. But when you want to actually eat the bacon, because it's like delicious stuff, and I don't see how anybody can not eat bacon. But there are people out there.
They can't have pork.
It's a personal choice to not have pork. I mean, some people are allergic, but it's rare. Okay, so tablespoon of butter. They said melt it. So I am going to melt my butter. So, okay, that's melted. An egg. And the way you do this, if you're not, necessarily the cooking kind, melt your butter in the microwave. Get all your wet ingredients together: butter, egg, syrup, vanilla. And this is for any cookies, any cakes. You add all your dry ingredients. You mix all your dry ingredients up, such as these, which. Take my little mini whisk, whisk them together. You incorporate all of the dry ingredients together when you do that. But you mix your wet ingredients and your dry ingredients separately, and then you mix them together. That's how you do that. I just, there we go. Literally 2 or 3 days ago, reorganized this whole kitchen. Big time. So I'm still kind of remembering where a lot of things are. Yeah, no, I'm good. Oh, I'm sure. and I'm missing my 2/3 cup of milk. That's why I'm off. I thought this had like
Do what?
yeah, I can imagine. I'll be right back. I gotta go check something. I gotta go double check just to make sure. I may have left out an ingredient. I wrote it down. Oh, there we go.
Just go get your dice.
No, I didn't leave anything out. It's on my desk. Okay, so think about it. Now you take your dry ingredients, you put them into your wet ingredients. I think it's paid because mine's power cycling. And you mix them like so. I have a bigger whisk, I promise. I just, this is the first one I grabbed. This thing's so small, you see that? Little tiny. What'd it say?
Mom's headphones back on if you need me.
Now, like I said, these are pancake muffins. When you make pancake mix is really runny. Muffin mix isn't. It's a bit thicker. That's because it needs to rise. I don't know if you've ever made really thick pancakes. I mean, really, do what? It's okay. It happens. Now it said it's going to make 6 muffins. That's, yeah.
I just want 2.
Yeah, I don't know how much you know about Ashley and I, but we are actually trying She just had gastric bypass surgery, and she's losing a lot of weight. And now that she's losing the weight, we can try to have another. And there's people that, all over the place that don't necessarily deserve to have kids. Have 3 and 4 of them, can't take care of them. And those that want another one, on purpose, it's harder for them. And I cook my bacon slow. A lot of people just toss it in the skillet, fry it up real quick, and it's done. I like to cook my bacon slow because it allows me to get it to the way I want it, rather than being like extra crispy and totally dry. I take my time with it and let it slow cook all the way through, and still have it, some texture to it. Because the best part of the bacon is the fat. You want that fat to render out as much as possible, but you still want a lot of fat in there. So, anyway, I can't see whatever right now. Taking cooking spray. Do you keep your bacon fat or cooking? Sometimes I do, but to be honest, I haven't really found that many things. I know, but that I can't just use margarine or butter for, and
Isn't it for our potatoes?
well, I'll keep this fat then. Just take a spoon, fill the muffin tins about 2/3 of the way full. A lot of people don't know that, and fill it all the way up. Me? No, that's Andrew's phone going off back there. My phone is in a retard state right now.
Where's the Andrew's phone at?
Back on my desk.
Nano says hi.
Do it.
Nano says hi.
Oh, PG Nano Farm? Hi, PG. Sorry, I'm filling muffin tins at the moment here. That way you can see what I'm doing. This is going to be all wonky, but there we go. That's kind of a okay, I guess.
You gonna put chocolate chips in it?
What's that?
Aren't you adding chocolate chips?
I'll push them into the top. That way I can get a bunch in each. I totally forgot. Worried about cooking bacon and everything else. Well, not everything else, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'll just add chocolate chips to the top of it. These don't have to be perfect measurements. I mean, how many ounces are in a muffin tin anyway? So now, Okay. Sorry you see me walking in my kitchen in my bare feet, but I keep my kitchen clean, so I know I can. So now, I would have put it in the batter, but I space warped and forgot. This way I know I'm getting a nice handful in each muffin. A few more. And a nice little bit for me. Okay. So, some up in there just a little bit. Now, into the oven. 75. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Angie. I'm Nathan. That's Ashley is talking to you. We got our child, who's Andrew. Gotta clean up the chocolate chips. You can't throw them away. That's a sin. Okay. So I gotta do a little bit of washing here. I like this interaction. I love that you guys are talking to each other. I really appreciate that. Sometimes I have live streams and I'm sitting there for 10, 15 minutes and nobody's saying anything, although I have 15 people, 5 or 6 people in there. That's happened before to my live streams. Do what?
What is cherry pork?
Puree pulp?
Cherry pork.
Nate, this is what I grab my like in your
Oh, curry pork. It's an Indian type dish. It's got curry and
Nate,
what?
can I get my like controller
Yeah. So take that one back there and put it on the chart when you take the other one off. What are your names? Let me scroll back up on my chat. You guys have names? You're just subscribers to me. I'm so big time. Hey, Monica, how you doing? What's Monica's name? What's your name, Monica?
No, that's the reset. Taking that. You only have to push it once.
No, what you should have done is, Andrew, go back and get that controller. Is it completely dead? Will it do anything?
It's completely dead.
Okay, you should have signed out with that controller when it died,
Oh.
and then turn this one on. But, oh yeah, that'll work. Andrew, I'll get this one started. Hold on, guys. Just give me just a second. There's a little button down here. Barely see it, but if you run your finger along the bottom, little button right there. Push that so that flashes. That'll flash, and they'll start flashing faster. There you go. Go through the whole list.
Oh, you have to turn that one.
But yeah, I've been doing a lot of. Reason I haven't been on last few days, I've been redoing a lot of stuff around the house. Redid the kitchen. Went back and I literally cut up a sofa that had to go out in the trash because we don't have a car at the moment because it's being stupid. And they are rising pretty good. So the trash man just took it and rearranged the back porch, and I will show you guys one of these days my my new grilling area. I built a little counter space on my back deck and a nice setup out there. One of these days I'll cook during the daytime. I'll grill during the daytime. That way you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, now I need one more of these. Our people, yeah. Well, I meant not necessarily the day, but just with daylight out. And right now it's the season where there's not much daylight out, but you know, before people get off work. So out of there. That's good. Always gotta test the bacon. If anybody says anything or asks any questions, let me know.
We just talk about kids.
This looks like an abandoned mine shaft. Yep, it is.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Have to cook the bacon. Don't you guys love bacon? This stuff is so yummy. Look at that. Mm.
And what's your excuse for eating in front of the camera?
Because I can. What's your excuse for asking so many questions?
Ryan said, thank you for your services, sir.
Who? Oh.
Because Monica said I need a training class on training men. I said I didn't train us when you came trained by the military.
Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't necessarily the military that trained me to cook. I learned a lot of that on my own. Because I hated eating.
Respect and loyalty.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Just annoying. Okay, no.
Oh yeah, those are baking up nice. Look like they'll be good.
Get out of the bacon.
Okay, so what else would you like me to cook with this?
You said you were going to do eggs.
The eggs, okay.
Ain't like I can really eat a whole lot, so.
Yeah.
Might want to test those out first.
They don't have. Yeah, they do. August 25th of 18. Look okay. I'll whip them up and see. So, there's other things that I like to do on this, and I like to do a lot of testing of things and experimenting of recipes and stuff. Well, these have been in thawed the fridge for a couple weeks now. Egg beaters. They're little single serving size cups, and they were frozen. They're past their expiration date, but I need to get rid of them. I need to do something with them. I don't want to just throw them away. So they don't smell bad or anything. And they've only been in the fridge for just, a couple weeks now. And they're not, they're not all lumpy or anything like that. If I can keep a food item, I will. I'm not going to, feed my family bad food. But they've been stored and, they haven't been mishandled or anything. So I think they'll be okay. Eggs, when they're bad. They smell bad. These don't. So these don't even have a faint hint of a bad smell. Add a little bit of seasoning. My go-to is garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. A little bit of black pepper. A little bit of garlic powder. A little bit of onion powder. And dash of salt. Whisk. Yeah, just a little pepper. Do what, baby? Oh. Yeah, still smell really good. I think egg beaters can keep for like indefinitely, is what I've been told. That's some of the egg product they serve you in the military. Egg beaters type stuff. Oh yeah. Oven's about to beep. I'm gonna scooch this over here. Turn that on. My pan for my eggs. Okay, guys. Wanted to see how these turned out, right? Those look really good. They're pancake muffins. Chocolate chip pancake muffins. Oh, I don't want to set them back there. I will set them. Where's my thing we're looking at? Yeah, those look really, really good. So, do use my spray. Don't always like to use butter for eggs. A nice generous portion of spray. How old is Aiden? You have to forgive me. I've been doing stuff, and while I've been talking to you guys, so I haven't seen all of your comments. And okay. Well, I'm not making an omelet, Monica. I'm making scrambled eggs. And the best thing to do when you make scrambled eggs, I'll show you this.
Oh my God, freaking autocorrect.
You get your heat up pretty medium high, and you let it cook. You let it cook for until it when you take your spatula or your whatever you want to call this, and you drag it across the bottom of your pan, and you feel it solid. And you don't want to take a spoon or anything like that, and stir it around. You just take your spatula like this with the eggs, and around the sides ever so often. And what that does is when you're taking a spoon and just stirring it all around, you're killing the eggs. You're causing them to be hard and all this other stuff. Your last, huh? Are you sure about that? But yeah, if you don't do it that way, your eggs will turn out bad every time. They'll be dry and not fluffy at all. Take your spatula around the bottom,
Oh,
around the sides.
no.
You'll have it. You'll actually be layering it on top of each other. When you move your spatula, it will. The eggs will go underneath, and they'll start to cook. And instead of just stirring it, it's there are a lot of people that don't know that. Well, we're gonna see. I mean, these are egg beater eggs, but we're gonna see how good they are. After your eggs cook about halfway, you turn the heat down medium low and just let them finish out because and actually take them out while they are still kind of runny, scrambled eggs, because they'll sit on the plate and they'll cook a little more, and they'll be perfect texture and everything once they get eaten. So I'm going to take these actually off. You guys can see how they're still a little bit runny. Well, you guys can't really see, but there's still quite a bit of moisture on those eggs. And they will sit and they will cook as I'm finishing up the bacon, and they'll be nice and soft and I forgot sugar. I like black coffee sometimes, but I really have to be in the mood for it. Otherwise, tablespoon sugar. Tablespoon and a half. Almost forgot my special ingredient for my eggs. I got a secret special ingredient. If I can get my special ingredient open.
Cheese.
There we go. A handful of this stuff goes a long way. A little bit too much, but
I thought I want part.
And it makes the eggs have such a smooth texture when that cheese melts in there. And cheese is extremely high in protein, just like eggs are. Well, not extremely high, but... Okay, I'm about to be able to serve off the plate here in just a minute.
Show them our paddle. Do you know where it's at?
Back in the room.
Andrew, go get the paddle.
Okay, just can I switch out my weapon real quick?
It's on Dad's side of the bed by the orange.
Look at that. Perfect. You know how you like pancakes nice and soft and fluffy? Oh, that's going to be really, really good.
Where is it again?
You check on Dad's side of the
All
bed
that
by the
chocolate. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to show you what slow cooking your bacon does. Woo! Pops on your hand. Wow! Ouch. Not a good idea to use that slow. Ooh. What can I use? I'll go find it here in just a minute. Okay, so slow cooking your bacon, you're able to get pieces like picture perfect pieces of bacon. That is completely done and so good. As I drop it all over the pancake muffins. Look at that. I won't. You guys gonna have to see this. I'm at a weird angle here. Sorry. Look at these eggs. These cheesy, gooey eggs. Look at that. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let me finish this. Sorry, like I said, you're at a weird angle here, so. And look at that. Look at the texture of that. Soft, moist. I'll break mine open. Just like a pancake on the inside.
But with melted chocolate.
If you wanted to get fancy, you could lay down some parsley and or chives, chopped onion. You know, put a little ham or whatever in your eggs. Okay, sorry about that. So, my internet's acting a little funny. So, now what I have here is syrup. This is organic pancake syrup. It's actually pretty good. There is high fructose corn syrup and no, actually this is organic invert sugar cane syrup. So, it's actually not bad. Little dollop on top. Okay. So guys, what do you think of that? How's that look? Ashley doesn't get that many eggs. She doesn't get, she's not going to eat half of this. But I gave it to her because she needs the protein, and she's going to like those. Those are really good. I haven't tasted it yet, but I can tell. And you can see the cheese from the eggs is all stringy. But, guys, it's been an hour. I really appreciate you joining my live stream. If you guys like my streams, which I hope you do, and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have a little extra and want to donate to my channel to help kind of get my streams, keep them going and stuff, and give me better ideas, my PayPal is in the link or in the description. Every little penny helps, and I appreciate every dime, every penny. Actually, I appreciate. If you want to send me an email, want to get ideas on stuff, go ahead, do that. That's in the description too. I forgot to put my website address, which is aimsonline.net, in the description. So if you want to join a really cool upstarting website for groups of people who like to cook, bake, barbecue, anything like that, all at home, want to get ideas and recipes and thoughts and things like that, go ahead, go to that website. It's aimsonline.net. There's a free membership you can sign up for. I've got a paid membership, which is $5 a month, and there's going to be a lot of cool stuff going on with that every month. So, again, hit that thumbs up, guys, and subscribe to my channel if you're not. Until next time, guys, live life happy and eat good.